Notice that there's a lot of trash around here, so if anybody that shoots up here on top of Green Mountain at the end of the road is watching this video and you're one of the punks that leave trash up here, let me catch you leaving your trash here. Okay, I'm going to make you eat it. I'm going to shove it down your damn throat. This is disgusting. I'm going to go around here before I leave and I'm going to pick it up, which clearly isn't something I would have ever done when I was a teenager. I would have been one of the little punks that was, well, I wouldn't have left trash here, but I wouldn't have cared. And that just speaks to all the other things we're talking about in terms of degradation, moral degradation, not taking any pride in your surroundings, not taking any pride in anything you have or anything around you, all about what you can get. But nevertheless, we're not here to talk about politics today. Today I'm here on the top of a mountain. It's 82 degrees out here. It's just unbelievable. And what better way to spend your beautiful sunny afternoon than shooting firearms? There's nothing better I can think of than shooting guns. So that's why I came up here to the top of this mountain. I'd said earlier when I did my presentation on pistols, that, or at least a few pistols, that I was going to do another video introducing some assault rifles and whatnot. So I figured today's a great day to do that. So, without further ado, let me begin. This is my M4. This is one of my few M4s, but this is my primary battle weapon right here. Got the collapsible stock. What makes an M4 an M4? What's the difference between an M4, an M16, an AR-15, all that stuff? Because this shoots a .223 round, which is the same, or a .556, which is the same as the M16s that Marines and Army and everybody else are shooting in combat zones all around the world. In Vietnam, it switched, from the went from the M1 to the M14 and then the M16, so it's a .223 round, a lot cheaper, you can spray them a lot quicker, there's no recoil, or virtually no recoil, all that nonsense. But nevertheless, this shoots a .223 round. The M4 is basically the AR-15. The AR-15 is a shortened version of the AR-15. The AR-15 is nothing more than the M16. The M16 is the fully automatic, or is basically an AR-15 that has both fully automatic option and 3-round burst option. That's just for military use, or if you have a Class 3 permit, you can own that. So as long as you aren't a felon and you haven't been convicted of a domestic crime, you can obtain a Class 3 permit and own yourself if you have the money to purchase the damn thing, because they drastically increase the price of those damn weapons so that your average person can't have it, which I think is nonsense, but whatever. You can legally obtain the darn thing. So, an M4, the AR-15, is the semi-automatic version for civilian use of the M16. The M4 is the shortened version of the AR-15. What do you mean by shortened version, partner? Well, let me share that with you. Number one, you have the adjustable stock right there. You got right there, and you can adjust. I think this is a 6-position Magpul stock, if I'm not mistaken. And you got 6 positions there. Maybe a 5-position. Hell, I don't know. I don't even care. It's basically one back, one forward with a few in between. So, I mean, it's basically what you want. Are you going to engage a target at a decent distance, and so you need to come up quick and you need to hold in, you want that long shot right on target, or are you doing some CQB, some close quarters combat, and you really just need to maneuver this thing around corners as if you were, remember what the Marine Corps says? Marine Corps says slow is smooth, smooth is fast. They always told us when we were clearing houses, act as if you're water. You're water, and think about how a water just smoothly flows throughout the valley, or wherever, through the damn, wherever the hell that river is flowing. You're the water. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So you want to drop that, and so it's closer in, and that's why you have the .223 round, because you could really shoot this thing up your cheekbone, and it's really not going to do anything to you. It probably wouldn't feel very good, but there's no recoil. As far as the barrel, it's got the 16.5-inch barrel, so it's the shortened version of the AR-15 barrel. Your typical AR-15 is going to come with an 18 or a 20-inch barrel, sometimes even a 24-inch barrel if they're made for competition. But your standard AR-15 that you would just go buy at a damn gun shop is going to have a 20-inch barrel on it. So, nevertheless, here we go. Got the rails on the top. I can put all the cool, sexy gear on there. Remember we were talking about that last week or a couple of days ago. All the guys that, enjoy looking sexy in combat zones to their own peril because they've weighed themselves down by another 60 pounds. So it's going to be difficult for them to cross an opening when they're going from one corner to another without getting picked off by a sniper. But at least, hey, they're going to die looking sexy, right? Whatever. Anyways, so again, right here I've got my 30-round mag. Never max out your magazines. 30-round mag, I keep 28. On my 15-round mags, I keep 13. Because of the spring. You don't want to degrade the spring. And think about it, if you have a new spring, or even for one reason, or a super degraded spring for another reason, you may very easily have some failure to feeds as a result of there being too much spring or not enough if you have that thing maxed out. So always go 2 under what you have. Why not have a 15-round mag and put 13 in it? If you, like I said on a video previously, if you can't do the job with 13 rounds, there's something wrong with you. Probably shouldn't be operating. the firearm. I don't mean that, but come on. So anyways, here we go. Throw that bad boy in there just like that. Looks like your typical weapon. Throw the old ear protection on. I don't really care about eye protection. It's not something I've really cared about ever in my life. Remember, I grew up shooting firearms, and so it's not the military that got me into assault rifles. It was my family. It was growing up in small town USA. Condition 1, round in chamber. Before I show you Ahmed and Saddam over there, let me run through these conditions again. 4 weapon safety rules. Treat, never keep. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. Keep your finger straightened off the trigger until you intend to fire. And what's the 5th weapon safety rule? Know your target and what lies beyond it. Because remember, that round's not going to stop just because you wanted it to stop there. If you miss your target, it's going to keep on going. I mean, it's common sense, but not everybody thinks about that, like I said, in the heat of the moment. All right, anyways, weapons conditions. Weapons condition number 4 for this weapon would be no round in chamber, no magazine inserted, slide forward, ejection port cover closed, and weapon on safe. I'm not sure if I said weapon on safe. Yeah, anyways, condition 3, you just throw a magazine in there and everything else is the same. Condition 2 does not apply. Condition 1, what I just did. You rack that charging handle to the rear, you throw one from the magazine in the chamber, and you're ready to kill. So, let's just get to business, because that's what I like. I like business, and I came here to have a good time. Why not make money and, you know, run a business and have a good time doing it? That sounds like the American way to me. Now, I'm not sure because I have an average camera at best, if you can really see my targets. But if you look beyond me about, oh, I don't know, 30 meters or so, you can see up in the trees there old Ahmed and Saddam. They're trying to make a move on me, you know? They're like, oh, okay, like they're going to come up behind me and shoot me in the back. I don't think so. You crossed the wrong United States Marine today, and I'm about to show you what that means. And so I've got them. And that's another thing. I don't like shooting at paper targets. Because what the hell does that do for you? You end up shooting at a paper target. Big deal. If you're going to end up defending yourself someday, you need to psychologically prepare yourself for taking a human life. Not that you want to. Not that you want to kill anybody. But the fact is, the amount of troops that actually pulled their trigger in combat, and they did these studies after World War II in Vietnam, drastically increased from World War II to Vietnam. Because in World War II, before they sent them into combat theater, they trained them on shooting at paper targets, circular paper targets. They say statistics will show that 50% of the damn troops never even pulled their damn trigger at the enemy. By Vietnam, it was damn near 9 out of 10 had pulled their trigger at the enemy. Why? Because in the training before they sent them to the combat zone, they shot at targets of human silhouettes. It's psychological. It prepares you for shooting at a human being. So I don't waste my time shooting at paper targets. That's for the olds to get. That's for the old days. That's for the old timers. I practice shooting at Ahmed and Saddam myself. I'm not going to spend the money on body dummies. I just use old damn clothes and then just shoot at those. Same damn thing. You see somebody in a Jordan jersey, you see somebody in a damn turban, you see somebody with their face wrapped. It doesn't matter. Some Chinaman who's actually a fucking communist in disguise. I'm just going to kill him. So here we go. Take care of business, ladies and gentlemen. I prefer this right here. See, we got old Ahmed up there. Ahmed just took one in the chest, ladies and gentlemen. He's not having too good of a day anymore. What about his buddy Saddam? That's what I'm talking about. American firepower right there, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Right there. Clean, working it straight. No round in chamber. No more rounds in the magazine. Clear! Clear that bad boy, send her home, and close the ejection port.